I do these lives Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific time. I am 81 years old. I am also a TikTok veteran. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. You heard that correctly, over 500. And I love doing these lives. I love doing the TikTok lives too. But I did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th this year. And I did my first YouTube live. I love the way the universe lined this up. I did my first YouTube live on Monday, September 1st. I just love that. It just warms my heart. uh, hey, Britton, Gothric, okay. How did you find out that I was doing this live? Did you get a message or were you just scrolling or how did you find out that I was doing this live? Can you give me that answer, please? And anybody else that comes on, okay, I got another person. How did you find out that I was doing this live? If you can stay, you're gonna love this live. I was just telling everybody, I'm a TikTok live veteran. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So my last one was on Friday, August 29th. And my first YouTube live was on, okay. Oh, good. Thanks, Gothric. Hope you can stay, because, hi, everybody. So I was telling y'all about my TikTok lives and my YouTube lives. I've this is my maybe 20, never, it's not up to 30 yet. This is maybe the 24th, 25th. I started on September 1st. The YouTube lives, that's what I started on September 1st. So I'm relatively new and I'm still getting used to the way that YouTube does it. They don't do it like TikTok did. For instance, now that's why I asked you how you found out that I was doing my lives. And what TikTok did was they would send a message to the live creator saying, we are notifying viewers that you're live. See, they don't do that here on YouTube. So that's why I asked y'all how you found out about negative thing. I still struggle. Oh, that's wonderful. Keep doing that. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. Keep doing it. It's a lifetime process. And I'm saying that to everybody on here. It's a lifetime process to have a positive attitude. But it's so much fun, you know? So now I left TikTok because they started implementing in September, they started implementing rules and regulations for the community guidelines. And I felt like it was going to be restrictive, too restrictive. And also, they increased the price for subscribing. Now, here on YouTube, it's free to subscribe, and I would love to get more subscribers here. It's free. Hey, Shells. And it's free. So that's two reasons why I left, because of the restrictions, and also they raised the subscription price for TikTok. Now, I still have subscriber videos up. I've done over 125 subscriber videos, subscriber-only videos. So they're still available. I don't know what they charge for subscribing. I don't go over there now, but I do post. I post every day because I have close to 54,000 followers, and it just blows my mind, y'all. I have close to 50, and I never even dreamed that I would have 1,000 followers. I'm 81 years old, but I love doing these lives, and I love sharing the advice that I share with y'all. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And that's exactly what the advice that I share does. I share 4 pillars of advice. It's the same 4 pillars that I did for over 500 500 TikTok lives. And I'm doing, thank you, I'm doing the same 4 pillars here on YouTube. So my lives are 4 a.m. until around 5:30. I go 5:30, 5:35. Yesterday I went to 5:40. Um, and Monday through Friday. So now no politics, no religion, none of this stuff, y'all. So don't bother. Now I'm telling y'all right now, if you come up with this crap, my moderators will remove you, or you will you will suffer the consequences. So don't I do not have time to answer questions. I give specific advice. 4 pillars, and I'll tell you what those 4 pillars are after I tell you this. No religion, no politics on my lives. I don't talk about Jesus. I have no use for religion or politics. I talk to God all day long. And God ain't got no religion, y'all. No religion. Uh-uh. So religion sucks as far as I'm concerned. And every one of them say ours is the one. So I was a teenager, I figured that out. So I said, they all saying they are the one, so I choose none of them. So religion has nothing to do with my life, and it has nothing to do with my lives. Okay? Politics either. So if you come up with that, you will suffer the consequences. So I really advise you to listen to the advice that I share. Here are the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. It's not difficult. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you can increase your own level of patience. It's not difficult, but I always start with the toddlers. If you are raising toddlers, you will want to learn how easy and simple it is to teach a toddler patience. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. Oh my goodness, there is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry, aggravated, upset, all of that stuff. You lose your power. So I think that y'all want to be powerful. That means you have to stay calm, and I'm going to give you a whole lot of information on that. Now, throughout my lives, I do what I call helpful hand visuals. And I call them that because during one of my lives, my TikTok lives this year, one of my viewers, her name's Jessie Knott, and she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. Now, share the live, y'all, because I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. So she was talking about the visuals, the gestures that I do with my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth. And I have been gifted by God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power. All of us have gifts, y'all. Whatever your gift is going to be something that you really enjoy and something that you are really good at. So use your gifts. So my gift is, or one of them, is to be able to communicate philosophies, concepts, ideas, examples, illustrations, all of that from my mind to y'all's mind. Now, I know you kind of find that hard to believe, but I will prove it to you throughout this live. I will be doing helpful hand gestures or visuals. Helpful hand visuals, that's what they're called. Helpful hand visuals. So, and I do one in the very first pillar, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I do them throughout the life. So when I get to pillar number 3, stay calm, tremendous power in that, y'all. When I do that helpful hand visual, and by the way, the universe or God or spirit or whatever you want to call it gives me these helpful hand visuals. I don't make them up. I don't come up with them on my own. They are given to me by the higher power, whatever you want to call it. So you will see when I get to them how simple they are and how much they complement what I am saying, the points that I am trying to get across to y'all. And I have been, like I said, I'm gifted with the ability to communicate that from my mind to y'all's mind. And I know you may have to see it to believe it, but you will. Now, pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, all of that. You see? So, those 4 words, I will tell you what they are when I get to the 4th pillar. Now, ZN, I'm telling you right now, ain't none of your business how long my nails are. I love my nails, okay? And my nails love me. So if you got short, stubby nails, that's okay. That's fine, okay? So, thank you. Now, no politics, no religion, and no dumb comments, but I can't, okay. All right, that's gonna be. But now, let me tell you something else. Trolls, I've had trolls apologize to me because that's a new word to me. I'm 81 years old. Trolls is y'all's word. So when trolls come on my lives, I absolutely feel very sorry for those kinds of people because they deliberately choose to try to insult or to be cruel to, and that is such a sad way to live your life. I feel very sorry for them. They don't bother me at all. So, like I said, I have had trolls apologize to me, okay? So that doesn't bother me. It reflects on you, the troll. It shows how empty you are as a person. I don't even want to call you a human being because human beings don't do that kind of stuff, okay? You're just a person. So enough of that, troll. So if you're thinking about trolling me, you need to sit back and listen to the advice that I share, okay? So thank you. Pillar number 4, I'll tell you what those 4 words are. Pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, all of that stuff. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Share the live, y'all. I would love for more people to hear the advice that I share. I am 81 years old, and I have been living this advice since I was about 10 years old, for real. Now, I call them pillars because my man, his name is Pap. It's P-A-P. His real name is Fred. We have been together for 68 years. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So he said, see, I was calling them pieces of advice. So Pap said, they're more than pieces. They are pillars. So pillars are sturdy structures on which you can build a foundation for your life. And that's what these 4 pillars are. Stick around and you will see. You will learn what these pillars are. So me and Pap have been together for 68 years, since we were both 13 years old. We have been married we just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd, okay? So we've been together since we were 13 years old, 68 years. Pap turned 82 on September 22nd, and I turned 81. I'm so happy to be 81, y'all. Ooh-wee. I turned 81 on February 4th. Share the live, y'all, because I would love for more people to hear. I tell Pap all the time, I live a virtually stress-free life, okay? So, and I also tell Pap all the time that I live an enchanted life. Stress does not enter into my realm, okay? Stress is scared of me, for real. Okay, so now subscribe, y'all, and share the live. So now, I'm going to show you all this picture of me and Pap. We were 25 years old. This is 1969. 25 years old, y'all. That's 25, 1969. The next picture I'm going to show you is, oh, it blows my mind. It blows my mind too. I think it's awesome as well. We were 80 years old on this picture, and this is our last year, our 57th wedding anniversary, and we were both 80 years old. So here's that picture. Yeah, see? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all how you can live a virtually stress-free life too. That's one of the things what I do on my lives. Now here, this picture, look at this. 25 and 80. I love pictures that show the passage of time. Yeah. So it blows my mind too, y'all. I don't take it for granted. Yeah, he's asleep right now, so. But now, pillar, now Pap is the one who called them pillars. So, and I totally agree, because a pillar is, like I said, it's a structure, strong structure on which you can build a foundation for your life. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Now, I'm going to say something to you that you probably don't think about. Do you think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? A negative attitude or a positive attitude? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says I got 170 people on here. Give me some responses. Do y'all think about that? Do you consciously think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? I'm going to expand on all of this, y'all. Come on, give me some responses, and be quick with y'all's responses. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. That's correct. Come on. Okay, Deidre, you said yes. You do consciously think about it. Skills, you said yes. That's wonderful. So thank you, Autumn. You said no. You really don't. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, so now, there's only 2 attitudes that you can have, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. There's not a third one, you see? Now, based on my 81 years, and I observe, I do not absorb. And that's part of the problem that y'all are having. You absorb too much crap. Now, I cuss like a sailor, y'all, but when I said crap, you know exactly what I meant. Couldn't wait to cuss when I was a little girl. Both my parents cussed, but they don't say, or didn't say, because they're gone now, didn't say the stuff I say, okay? I love to cuss. I think that cussing adds a real, a total amount of spice to whatever you're saying. Placed correctly, cuss words add to the conversation, okay? But I don't cuss on my lives. So now, oh yeah, I got a whole lot of suggestions for you. I want y'all to listen to all of the, I live this stuff, y'all. I know that it works. I'm 81 years old. I don't have aches and pains. I don't have no kind of pain in my body. I am not on pharmaceutical medications. Pap is not on pharmaceutical medications either. He's got pain because he does all this stuff with his tightening his fists and, and all these strenuous kind of exercises. I don't do that, okay? And I do my exercises, but I don't do anything that's going to hurt. So, okay. But I do bicep curls. I do 50 bicep curls. I do squats. I do leg lifts. I have a YouTube video, and it's entitled Easy Workout with Grandma J. I did it when I was 78, and I'm 81 now. And it shows y'all, easy workout with Grandma J. And I do some bicep curls, and I think I do a squat, but it's 3 years old, y'all. So check it out. And I also have a TikTok video, easy workout, not an easy workout. So, oh, thank you, Swifties. So now, develop, and now I told y'all 2 attitudes that you can have. Here is what I have learned, and I always observe, y'all. Open your eyes. Look. Don't just see. Look. So, two attitudes that you can have, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. Here's what I have learned. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. You got that? Oh, thank you. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. Here's the way it works. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a choice that you make, for real. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you almost certainly will have a negative attitude. Oh, thank you, Dodge City Kid. I appreciate that. But I'm trying to do my part. I really am. I feel like a vessel being used by the higher powers or whatever, I truly do. And I feel so blessed that I've been given this gift to be able to share with y'all philosophies and concepts and all kinds of ideas. And I pass it from my mind to y'all's mind. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. So now, told you, positive attitude is a choice. A positive attitude, having a positive attitude is a deliberate choice that you make. Having a positive attitude is an on-purpose choice that you make. Having a positive attitude is an intentional choice that you make. And let me tell you, you can make that choice at any minute of your life. For real. Here is the way you make that choice. And I'm going to tell you, you can use it whenever you want to. Not necessarily this very minute. You can use it tomorrow, the next, whatever. Here is the way that you develop and maintain a positive attitude. You write a program. You write a program. How do you write a program, you ask? You write a program by saying it out loud. Say it out loud. Here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. This is the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. What that means is this, y'all. It says from now on. That means from this moment forward. So you can say that out loud to the family, friends, coworkers, whatever. And you can also tell them, don't throw it up to me about how my attitude was yesterday or last week. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from this point forward, developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And developing and maintaining a positive attitude, maintaining it is a lifelong process. It's a lifelong process. You should never, ever get tired of developing your positive attitude and maintaining it. You should never get tired of that. Yes. So develop and maintain a positive attitude. There are people who tell you to say it in your mind. Joyce Fields says to say it out loud. When you say it only in your mind, there's one element that you are using. One. You're just saying it in your mind. When you say it out loud, now I don't read comments that are 3 or more lines, so I can see them in my peripheral vision. So don't bother typing them because I don't have time to read long comments. I don't have time. I use my 90 minutes to share the advice that I have to share with y'all, okay? So now, it's a lifelong process to maintain a positive attitude. Okay, I got a lot, and I'm sorting through it to decide which piece I'm going to give you next. I got a lot of pieces, y'all. A lot of pillars. Well, 4 pillars, but a lot of pieces of information and advice, okay? So, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. I already told you, the program that you write. Okay, here's where I left off. I was telling you about one element. Yeah, I know where I left off at now. One element. You say it out loud. When people tell you to say it in your mind, that's like I said, one element. Joyce Fields says to say it out loud. That's 3 elements, y'all. 3. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. 3 elements. You say out loud all the programs that you want to write. And I'm going to give you some more examples, okay, a little bit later. So now, say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Put your feet on that path to develop and maintain a positive attitude. When you say it out loud, you write a program. And when you write a program, you stand more of a chance of following through when you say it out loud. You heard yourself say it, okay? So now, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's what a negative attitude looks like, y'all. Okay? These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Now, in the meantime, what my hands are doing is a helpful hand visual. This symbolizes, these are positive elements constantly flying through the universe. They are always flying through the universe, y'all. But you have to have a positive attitude in order to take advantage of it. When you write that program and say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. With those words, you raise your frequency. You raise your vibration. And I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to show you what happens when you raise your vibration, when you raise your frequency, when you get rid of that negative attitude. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now here you go. Look, you see that? What was flying over your head? And good positive elements always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude, always. But when you raise your vibration, when you raise your frequency, those positive elements no longer fly over your head. They reach your psyche. You understand that? Now, did that helpful hand visual help y'all? Oh, good. Thank you, Dodge City. Did that helpful hand visual help y'all? Was I successful in conveying that? Wonderful. Oh, wow. Ah, okay. Good. Yeah, so you see, when you have a negative attitude, all kinds of good stuff passes you by because you don't recognize it. You see? Wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, just for letting me know that it was effective the way that I communicated it to you. So now a lot of y'all have a negative attitude. And you don't know it. I'm going to read you a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But not to worry because, like I just told you, a positive attitude is a choice. You can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute of your life. You see? That's how fun it is. A positive attitude is fun effort. It's fun energy. You see? And also, before I read you the list of words, I want to tell you this. A positive attitude is like a plug that you hold in your hand, and you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. and it electrifies you. I love saying that to y'all. It electrifies you. It kicks you in the butt and makes you a vibrant part of your own life. For real. It ain't just me saying it. Yes, thank you. So it makes you a vibrant part of your own life because it electrifies you. That's what a positive attitude does for and to you. So now, the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. These are words that are descriptive of personality characteristics, personality traits. Oh, thank you, Morel. Is that Morel? I don't know what I gotta see. Morelli? I'm trying to, I wear bifocals, y'all, so. More Lil. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm also going to read y'all a list of words that will guide you on the road to developing a positive attitude. Okay? So now here are the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. Share the live, y'all. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Doesn't cost you anything to share this live. Here are the words: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Oh, wonderful. That is my whole intent, Yvette. So now back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? Who are angry? Are you the one who's full of anger? Who's angry? That's negative. How about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who's full of resentment, who holds grudges against others? That is negative. But I'm going to come back up to that one. I'm going to move on to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the liar? Are you the dishonest one? That is negative too. Now back up to resentment and holding grudges. That's a real big issue. I think it always has been. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you probably have never heard before. If you are full of resentment and if you hold grudges against other people, I'm telling you what you are living in the past. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. Past tense. It happened. There is nothing the people can do about it to change it, and there's nothing that you can do about it to change it. It already happened. You can't do anything. The only thing you can do is to forgive. You haven't been broken, no, don't believe that. See, it's all about what you believe. So if you believe that, yeah, you have. So don't start believing that your life sucks and all of this stuff. Don't believe that. If you start thinking that, just change it. Just say, up until now, my life has sucked. But starting from this point right now, that's what I'm talking about, a positive attitude. From this minute, you can change your attitude any minute of your life, okay? So, yeah, you can look back for memories. That's where they are, memories, pleasant memories, So now, resentment and holding grudges. If you have to forgive the people. I don't care who it was, and I don't care what they did. You must forgive them. The reason why you must forgive is because you are doing damage to yourself. Those are what I call the uglies, all of these things: anger, envy, regret, resentment, holding grudges, lying. All of those things are what I call the uglies. And the uglies only damage the person that holds on to them. You got that? You're not punishing the people that you're holding the resentment towards or the grudges against. You're not punishing them. You're doing damage to your own self. Open your eyes, people. Look around you. People that you know are full of resentment, people that you know hold grudges against others. In a lot of cases, they are taking pharmaceutical medications. They are not in the best of health, and they are not aging gracefully. That is what resentment and holding grudges and all of these ugly things, the words that I read to you, when you hold on to that kind of stuff, it damages you. Doesn't it make sense? They only damage the person who holds on to them. You must forgive. And it doesn't matter who it was or what they did. You have to forgive them. Now, people will say forgive and forget. Hell no. Hell no. You don't ever forget. You would be an idiot to forget. You keep it on the stove, on the back burner, but don't hold it over their heads either. Be kind. But you must forgive because it'll help you. But don't ever forget. Now, I'm 81 years old. When I was a kid, there was no such thing. Oh, good. There was no such thing as text message or email or video call. No such thing. Y'all can use any of those technologies. Y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive, okay? So you can send them a text message, tell them you forgive them. You can do whatever, but you must forgive. It helps you. Now, if you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them, you can forgive them by saying it out loud to the universe. Then you haven't forgiven. If you're still holding it, then you haven't forgiven. That's not forgiveness. You can't have it both ways. So say it to the universe, out loud, to the universe. I'm going to give you some examples. So now here, you say it out loud to the universe. Think about this. The universe was there when the mess happened to you. The universe was there when the mess happened to you. Think about this. God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, sees everything you do right now, and they saw it then, hears everything you say right now, and they heard it then, and can read your thoughts, or read your thoughts, and read them then. So it was there when the mess happened to you. You can say it out loud to the universe. It knows what you're talking about. So here is, okay, now I say this every live that I do. When I say the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, okay, yeah, that's fine. That you're doing wonderful, Shelser. Here's everything you say right now and reads your thoughts right now. Now, I say this in every live that I do. And when I say it, I'm going to ask you this question. When I said those words to y'all, did those words cause any of y'all to really stop and think about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. When I ask that question, I get tons of yeses. People are going to start thinking about what they do, say, and think. Come on, give me some responses. According to YouTube, I have 196 people on here. See, that's what I'm saying. Yes, see, you said yes, 100%. That it just absolutely blows my mind. Ah, okay, good. Thank you. All right. So it blows my mind, y'all, the amount of yeses that I get. So I'm just so happy that y'all are now tuned in more to what you do, say, and think. Okay? You're very welcome. So now, say it out loud to the universe that you forgive them. And here's what you do. Here's how you say it out loud to the universe. Universe, I forgive so and so. You're very welcome. For doing such and such to me. Share the live, y'all. I'm going to repeat it. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. I don't deal with religion, the Bible, Jesus, none of that stuff on my lives or politics. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. This is the way you say it out loud to the universe that you forgive somebody. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. You use your hand the way I did because it symbolizes your touching spirit or your touching the universe, you see. So now I'm going to give y'all 4 examples of people that have been on my lives and what they said they experienced. Example number 1, young lady said, I forgave my dad like that. And I immediately burst into tears. The second young lady said, I forgave myself like that. And I immediately burst into tears. You can forgive yourself. The universe saw what you did or heard what you said. Okay. The third one was a young man. I'm going to give you 4. The third one was a young man who said, I forgave and I felt my spirit shift. Now, here, these are for real. These people, the 2 that burst into tears and the guy that who felt his spirit shift, the reason why is because, like I already told y'all, and some of y'all may have come on later, but when you hold resentment and hold grudges against other people, that creates an internal burden on your soul, on your spirit. So don't hold that kind of stuff. So they burst into tears and he felt his spirit shift because they released that by forgiving. And the Shelster calls it a pressure release valve. And this is what happens when you forgive. Psst. You see? Yes. That is what happens. You can forgive yourself. So forgive and go on to an improved existence, an improved life. That's what happens when you forgive. Now, I told y'all I was going to read y'all a list of words that will also help you or guide you onto developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are those words: joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, And the last word is faith. Okay? Yeah, so, all right, now, positive attitude, negative attitude. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. And nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. You understand? Nobody can have 100% positive attitude, 100% negative. No. Now, here's a question I'm going to ask you. I ask this in every live that I do. Share the live, y'all, because I want to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. And I'm depending on all of y'all to help me to get the word out that I do this, and I love doing these. I'm sitting here in my lazy boy rocker recliner, enjoying sharing the advice that I know works. I live it. I've been living it since I was about 10, and I'm 81. So that's a long time. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want yes responses or responses that say yes. I only want to see responses that say no. Here is the question. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? RATIO. Ratio. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? Thanks, Yvette. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Lord Roberts. Thanks, Tisha. Okay, good. I got a lot of no's. That's wonderful. You're going to love this. A ratio, I'm going to explain what it is. I'm going to explain how you use it, all of that. Yeah, so a ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely, I said it will definitely help you to better control your life. You see? It is a simple tool, a very simple tool that will definitely, I said it will definitely help you to better control your life. Your ratio, you and you alone control it. You and you alone can adjust it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. And if you set it too low, you can raise it. You see? Now, my ratio, and this is what I'm going to do because this shows you the example. My ratio is 80-20. 80-20. 80% positive, 20% negative. Okay? Nobody is 100% either. So you live your life by a ratio. My ratio is 80-20. Anybody can use 80-20. It doesn't belong to me. People on my lives have chosen 75-25, 60-40, whatever. Now, but my ratio is 80-20. What that means is 80% of the time, I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. Share the live, y'all, and subscribe. 80% of the time, I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I am okay. I didn't say I was happy. I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. Now back over to the positive attitude mode. My ratio is 80-20. That means that 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is fair, what is right, what is considerate, what is kind, all of these positive things. 20% of the time, I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. But that negative attitude mode can never include, and it'll be the same for you, whatever portion you assign to your negative attitude mode. It can never include physical abuse. That means, oh, that's good. That means you can never hit people. You can never throw things. That's the second thing is you cannot be verbally abusive. Thank you. You're very welcome. You cannot cuss anybody out, and you cannot insult anybody. And the third thing, there are three now. One of my viewers, her username is Midnight. She asked me to include tone of voice, and I was happy to do so because it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You see? So, three things. No physical abuse, you can't hit anybody, you can't throw things. No verbal abuse, you can't cuss anybody out, you can't insult anybody. And you can't use an ugly tone of voice. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So as long as when you are in that negative attitude mode, as long as you don't involve any of those three things, you're okay. Yeah. So now, can y'all use that ratio? Come on, give me some responses. YouTube says I got 205 people on here. Oh, I was born and raised in Detroit. Me and Pap been out here in California, right outside of Pasadena. Oh, good, you can use it. Wonderful. It sure does. Anger takes a lot of energy. Wonderful. I'm so happy that y'all can use it. Like I told y'all, y'all understand now how spirit allows me to convey philosophies, examples, and all of that from my mind to y'all's mind. Do y'all understand that now? Y'all see? Y'all experience that? Come on, give me some responses. Come on, give me some responses. Come on. Y'all got it now? Do y'all see how this gift works for me? Wonderful. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wonderful. That's so great. Okay. Yes. So now, positive attitude, negative attitude. Inner peace will only come to you if you have a positive attitude. Spirit will only come to you if you have a positive attitude. Think about it, y'all. This is you in the form of spirit and inner peace. Would you land on a person who had a negative attitude? I know I wouldn't. Would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? Yeah. Yes, knowledge and money can't buy. That's true. So I don't, okay, that's good. All right, so now. Yeah, thank you, Ray. Thanks, Melissa. Yeah. Thanks, Kim. Kim said absolutely not. So now, don't have a negative attitude. Ditch the negative attitude, okay? So here's a negative attitude. It's on luck, y'all. It's on luck. Along comes spirit and inner peace. You see, they can't get through. A negative attitude repels spirit. A negative attitude repels inner peace. Okay? So now, here is a positive attitude. I'm doing another helpful hand visual, y'all. Positive attitude. Along comes spirit and inner peace. Not only do they get through, they turn around and encase your entire spirit, your entire soul, your entire being. They envelop you in positivity. Okay? So now, here, Spirit came to me in the month of June, and I remember that because it was around my sister's birthday. Her birthday is June 22nd. And said to me, Joyce, there's such a thing as outer peace. I said, huh? Yeah, there's such a thing as outer peace. Spirit explained it. Inner peace can never be destroyed. It can never be disturbed. Outer peace can be disturbed, can be destroyed. Now, I always give this example. This is outer peace. Inner peace is attached to your soul, attached to your spirit. It can't be disturbed, it can't be destroyed. Outer peace is not attached anywhere. You see? So I give this example every live that I do. For instance, you're studying or you're trying to sleep, and somebody is making noises in the same room or in the next room or downstairs or upstairs or across the street, whatever. Now, that is your outer peace that is being disturbed. There are books on the laws of just about every state in America, I'm sure every state in America, for disturbing the peace. So you can call the cops on somebody for disturbing the peace. But now, inner peace can never be disturbed or destroyed. But it didn't disturb your inner peace if you have it and you're working on it. That's good, Kyle. Ah, okay. So now, inner peace and outer peace. If anybody in your family is disturbing your peace, and that's your outer peace, unless you have inner peace, be kind when you deal with people who are disturbing your peace. Be kind, be diplomatic. And especially if it's your family, and it's usually your family that's doing it. Excuse me, y'all, I got to get some tea. Throat's dry. Excuse me. Ooh, I didn't stir it up. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Oh, the honey was just sitting on the bottom. Okay, I got to get a napkin. My phone is on top of my napkins. Okay. All right, now, inner peace. If it's your family, and it usually is, you can tell them like this. You know, I love y'all a lot. I really do. But when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Or when y'all do such and such, that disturbs my peace. Okay, Phil. They are not obligated to change their behavior. You need to be aware of that. They're not obligated to change. But you're obligated to tell them, anybody that's disturbing your peace, and that includes your mama. Nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace. And I'm going to tell you how to deal with your mama, too. Kindly, diplomatically. Okay. Thanks, Ray. So now, they're not obligated to change their behavior, but you're obligated to tell them. So you say words like this. I love y'all dearly. I really do. But when y'all do such and such, that disturbs my peace. Or when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Give them enough time, if they're going to change their behavior, to respect your peace. So give them enough time. If they don't, then you are obligated to come back at them. I give you 3 options. Option 1, I have to feed y'all with a long-handled spoon. Option 2, I have to love y'all from a distance. Option 3, I have to stop coming around y'all. You are perfectly within your rights to say those things, okay? And if you come up with another option, that's fine. Now, if it's your mama that's disturbing your peace, now all of these actions are after you have written that program where you say, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That is after, because when you say those words, you raise your frequency, you raise your vibration. So all of this is potent stuff after you have said that. So now, okay, I gave y'all the 3 options. The last one is I have to stop coming around y'all. Now, if it's your mama that's disturbing your peace, here's your mama disturbing your peace. Here you are coming in. getting your peace disturbed. Okay? Now you tell your mama, Mama, I love you dearly. I really do. But when you do such and such, or when you say such and such, that disturbs my peace. Now, some mamas will say, what peace? Or some mamas would say, you ain't got no peace. With attitude, okay? So now that's mama. That is mama. Leave her alone. Now, when you said those words out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. Okay, I love this. All right, hold on. When you say those words, here's your mama doing this. Look, you raised your vibration. You raised your frequency. You see? Your mama's still down here doing it, but you're no longer on this vibration, on this frequency. You're up here. Untouchable. You see? Yes. So now you are able to look at her behavior and it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you because you're on a different vibration. You're on a different frequency. Now I'm always going to address this word trigger. Roy Rogers' horse's name was Trigger. That's about the only trigger I know about. And people talk about, I ain't no gun, I ain't got no trigger. So stop with the trigger mess. Nobody triggers you on any level about anything. Nobody triggers you. That means you are giving people too much power over you. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't give people the power to. And let me tell you something now. Nobody can make you angry. For real. Nobody can do that. You choose anger. It's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. Most everything. You ain't got no choice when it comes to death, okay? So just about everything in life is a choice. There are choices to be made, choices to be had. Okay? So now, all right, now where am I? I told you, oh, your mama, okay, no triggers. Don't allow people, for instance, somebody will say, she made me say that, or he made me do that. Listen, think about this, y'all. Nobody controls the words that come out of your mouth but you. Nobody else can do that. Nobody controls your muscles that'll make you hit something. You're the only person that controls your muscles. Nobody can make you hit anything. You're the person who controls it. Think about it, y'all. Yes, think about it. Nobody can make you angry. Now, I have a video on TikTok. My TikTok username is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. JJ Fields and the number 7. And so I got a lot of content on my TikTok page, y'all. I got almost 54,000 followers. It just blows my mind. I still post to TikTok, but I don't do lives on TikTok anymore. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I love doing these lives. Share the live, y'all, because I would love to share this advice that I'm sharing with y'all with a whole lot more people. And the viewer numbers are going down instead of up. So I would like for y'all to share the live because the advice that I share will help people to be a better contributor to making the world a better place. That's my whole goal. We need to start doing things to make the world a better place. And the 4 pillars will do just that. So that's why I already finished with pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. That's pillar number 1. And I told y'all how to do it. You write a program. You say the words out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Now, pillar number 2 is Increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, I tell you, well, I don't tell you this, but it's easy to teach them patience. When the toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you the cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer and give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. So then do that several times for 5 minutes, and you're still using the timer. Stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times, all the way up to an hour or more by 5-minute increments of the increases, okay? Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. You see? Now, Spirit came to me and told me, Joyce, you can tell your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Now, you need a piece of paper and something to write with. And I'm going to get something else to drink here. And I'm going to count to 10 while I drink this. And then I'll be back to tell y'all this is a fun exercise. You'll get a lot out of it. You'll love it. Excuse me. Okay, now. Oh, thank you. On that piece of paper, write down the time it is right now. Doesn't matter what your time zone is. Write down the time it is right now. And then put the paper away. And then at some, whatever, and put the paper away. And then at some point later, try to guess what time it is. Do that several times every day. I do it all day long. And I don't need anything. I don't need the pencil, paper, or whatever. So if you do it all day long, you will get to the point where you'll start feeling time, feeling elapsed time. Okay, can y'all use that exercise? Come on, can y'all use that exercise? Give me some responses, y'all. Be quick with your responses. Okay, yes, a body clock, exactly. Yeah, good. Yes. So do that all the time, and you'll get to the place now where do another thing. Try to guess what time it is before the alarm goes off. Let's say you wake up before the alarm goes off. Just try to guess what time it is. Okay? So you'll do that. Now, if you are, another thing, I want to tell y'all this. If you are raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish, Madre Docena. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't say the name of the whole title. But Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. Goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. I'm an author at goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 books there. My sister wrote one, and I wrote 10. They're all nonfiction. Nonfiction. The books will inspire you. They will delight you. They will entertain you. They will motivate you. They will encourage you. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Make a difference. Show people how to live a virtually stress-free life, okay? So the books are flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about the books. So they are flying off the shelves. This book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I know that it's backwards, y'all, but this is what's happening when it's live, okay? This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. And I talk about it when I talk about increasing your level of patience, because the book is entitled Mother's Dozen. That's 12. An easy recipe. That means there are ingredients. Ah, that's wonderful. That means there are ingredients. So I have 12 ingredients here. The last one is patience, and that's why I talk about patience, and then I talk about this book. Now, the 12 ingredients, somebody just said she's a grandmother of a 2-year-old. The 12 ingredients are, I'll quickly read them. 1, start from infancy. 2, manners. 3, love for learning. 4, responsibility. 5, rules, order, and organization. 6, independence. 7, spirituality or a higher power. 8, affection. 9, discipline / self-control. 10, feed interests. 11, obedience. And 12 is patience. So that's why I talk about patience. Okay. All right. So now, the foreword was written by the late Reverend Cecil Murray. He was the senior minister of a church, big African-American church out here in Los Angeles. We live right outside of Pasadena. But this is his foreword, Reverend Murray's foreword. I'm just going to read you the first paragraph of what he says. Mother's Dozen is a handbook of excellence in raising children. It systematizes the rules passed from generation to generation regarding preparing children for the world to come. And the job of a mother, and a father too, but mothers, you watch the Discovery channels and all that, mothers, you must raise your child to be able to stand on his or her own 2 feet. They don't need you. They want you in their lives, but they don't need you to live their lives. You know? So that is what you should be doing. You should be focusing on putting a human being out there into the world. Thank you. That is able to stand on his or her own 2 feet. Don't make your kids dependent. Don't spoil them. The world ain't gonna spoil them. Teach them responsibility. This book, I promise you, it will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. Now, if you're 10 years old or older, you teach yourself patience by making yourself wait. You write a program, you say it out loud. I am teaching myself patience. I am learning how to make myself wait. I am increasing my own level of patience. And the way you do it is you make yourself wait, especially if it's something that you are fiending for, especially if it's something that you normally would have given yourself immediate gratification for. Make yourself wait. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that's right. That's what you should be doing, how to live and thrive without you. So if you make yourself wait to the point where you don't want it anymore, that's fabulous. That is such a wonderful thing because it tells you that you are in control. You always were, but you never challenged yourself. But now it's going to change your whole attitude about being patient. Okay? So now, pillar number 3, stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose your power when you become angry. Now, here I talk about the neurons. The neurons are part of your brain. I'm doing another helpful hand visual, y'all. These are your neurons, part of your brain. When you are calm, this is what they're doing. They're just flowing. I'm just using this example to show you what's going on in your head, okay? They are calm. They're communicating with each other, and they're flowing past each other smoothly, okay? When I was doing this live this year. Spirit gave me that helpful hand visual. Spirit also gave me the one that I'm getting ready to do now. And so, okay, when you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing. Oh, wow. Oh, I got to get that. Thank you. Oh, Annie, I don't know. Let's see. Anemone, anemone, anemone. I think you know who I'm talking about. So thank you for that. So that's what Jesse Knott said too. So this is when you are calm, your neurons are just flowing smoothly. When you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing. Don't do this to yourself. Think about your neurons. The next time you feel yourself becoming angry, think about your neurons and stay calm. Let your neurons do this as opposed to this. You see? So, now, where was I? I'm thinking something else. Oh, now Spirit came to me when and gave me those helpful hand visuals for for pillar number 3. Stay calm. Later that night, the same night, Spirit came back. Honest to God, here is my hand, for real. Honest to goodness, I don't usually say honest to God, usually. So now, I don't do religion. No religion, no politics on my life. Okay, so I'm hiding your messages. Don't be saying that stuff. I don't have any use for religion or politics. I talk to God all day, and God don't have no religion. God got sense. Okay, so now this is what Spirit came to me and told me to look up what neurons do. I obeyed, so I looked it up. Here's what neurons do. This is what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. So do yourself a huge favor, y'all. Stop with the anger. Think about your neurons. They're doing this instead of doing this. You see? Oh, okay. Okay. So now, think about your neurons. Pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, frustration, anger, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. You see? This too shall pass. Nothing in life lasts. Now, my lives are replayed on YouTube. Just go to Joyce Fields' live, and all of them are there. That's one of the things that I love about YouTube is that they replay the lives. They don't really replay them, but they record them or they post the lives every time I do them. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, this too shall pass. Nothing in life is permanent. No scenario lasts. No situation lasts. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. He passed last year. She passed yesterday. So nothing is permanent. This too shall pass. The next time your mama is chewing you out, thanks, Melissa. The next time your daddy is chewing you out, remember that they can't read your mind. They cannot read your mind. And stand there or sit there and be thinking, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. And those 4 words will carry you through probably 90% of the ugliness that you get involved in. Remembering those 4 words, this too shall pass. Those are the 4 pillars, y'all. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told y'all how you do that. You do it by writing a program. And you can write this program any minute of your life. And here's what you write. Here's the program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means from this point forward, so you can tell all the people that you know, don't throw it up in my face about what my attitude was like yesterday or last year. From this point on, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You see? So that's positive attitude. So that's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. And I told y'all how you do that. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you, make yourself wait. Especially if it's something you're fiending for or something that you normally would give yourself immediate gratification. Make yourself wait. Then pillar number 3, I do this every live I do. Every live that I do, I cover the 4 pillars. But every live that I do is different, okay? Because it's all spontaneous. I don't have this rehearsed, so, and I hope y'all can tell that. I don't have it rehearsed. So, pillar number 3, stay calm. Oh my God, there is so much power, y'all, in your ability to stay calm. Keep your cool. Stay calm. You lose your power when you get angry, frustrated. You lose your power. And hopefully you'll tune into the fact that you can feel yourself losing power. It does something to you when you get angry or when you get frustrated or whatever. It does something to you. So, stay calm. Then pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress or whatever ugly situation you might be in. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. So demons don't test you. You test yourself. You're testing yourself. You don't allow, you have to be stronger than all other forces around you. You must be. Otherwise, you'll crumble. Life is all about standing tall no matter what happens in your life. You have to stand tall. I am determined to show God or the higher power or whatever you call it that I am a champion. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I'm a stroke survivor. Okay? Nothing, no problem or anything that you can ever have is bigger than you. Never. That's not the way it was designed. You are bigger than anything other than the higher power. So don't get hung up in the ugly stuff. So check out my TikTok page, y'all. I got a whole lot of good content that will help y'all. So that is, now, if y'all enjoyed this live, you can do a video or a post. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you're very welcome. I love doing them, y'all. I love doing these lives because I live a virtually stress-free life. And I hope that y'all understand how come I can do that. I have control over my own attitude. You understand? Nothing from the outside sways my attitude or my disposition or anything else. So now, if y'all have enjoyed it, do a video or a post and tag me, and just spread the word. Tell everybody you know. Tune into my lives. I do it Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. until about 5:30, 5:35 or so a.m. And I love doing these. It doesn't cost me anything. I'm just sitting on my behind in my lazy boy rocker recliner, drinking my tea. And after this live is over, I'm going to get me a big bowl of Lay's barbecue potato chips. Love them. And an oatmeal raisin cookie. Yeah, see? Ah, oh, good. Thank y'all. So, now, if y'all have enjoyed the live, like I said, spread the word, y'all. Just tell everybody about this live. That's what I want to do. As a live creator, I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. As an author, I write books that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. Now, I told y'all about the books at goodshortbooks.com. Thanks for the subscriptions, y'all. There are 11 fabulous books there. Nonfiction, y'all. My sister wrote one and I wrote 10. Share the live, y'all. I still have a few more minutes. We have 11 nonfiction books in 9 different genres. And the genres are memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction. It talks about a serious subject. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Now, I told y'all me and Pap have been together for 68 years, so you know I had to write a book about that. And that book is entitled, The Best Way to Keep a Man is to Let Him Go, among other things, okay? It's 64 pages, which includes 22 pages of my own recipes. And Pap says that he lives in a 5-star restaurant and that I am an incredible cook. So this book is $9.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. So now I'm closing down my lives. Oh, and this October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also Anti-Bullying Awareness Month. I have 2 books. This is Breast Cancer, A Breast Cancer Journey to Greater Joy, taking the fear and mystery out of a breast cancer diagnosis. Me and Pap have been married, it was 58 years on June 3rd. We've been married for 58 years. We've been together for 68 years, since we were both 13 years old. Okay, so this book, A Breast Cancer Journey to Greater Joy, taking the fear and mystery out of a breast cancer diagnosis. It's 60 pages, and it's $12.99 at goodshortbooks.com. We have 3 price categories, very affordable: $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. Yeah, they're available wherever books are sold. And then it's also, October is also Anti-Bullying Awareness Month. And this book I wrote, Dear Bully. I wrote this one in 2011. Dear Bully, a collection of poems about bullying. It's 40-something pages. I've written 10 books, y'all, so no, it ain't. It's 50. It's 54 pages. And it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. It's 25 poems that I wrote, and it's 54 pages. So that's because I have what I call no-no pages in here, see? It says meanness, that's a no-no. This says rudeness, that's a no-no. This says threatening, all of these are no-no words. So these books are great as gifts for adults or kids. So now I close my lives down with this book. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you stopped. My Simple Quotes to Live By. It's 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. I wrote my first, or coined, you don't write quotes, you coin them. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. And this book is 167 pages of quotes that I coined, and you really can live by them. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old, and that quote says, "Never lose your hope and faith." Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Girard Junior High School. Oh, you're welcome. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates, and that's what I said. I don't remember saying it, and I didn't know that I was coining a quote. But I'm going to read y'all another quote. I do remember saying it, and I did know that I was coining a quote. It was for a quote contest for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. Excuse me, again, I'm going to get some more tea. Excuse me. Okay, so this is for a quote contest for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. I coined this quote and then submitted it to the contest. It won as one of 12 out of over 5,000 entries. Now, I post this quote to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here is the quote. "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. Don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. Chase your dreams, though. Now, the way this book is formatted, like I said, it's 90 pages. It's $7.99, but the formatting is there's 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps and separated by a black and white picture. Now, this book is 90 pages, like I said, and this is what's on page 90, the end. Now I'm going to open up the floor. Y'all can toss out page numbers for me to, and I'll read the 2 quotes on that page. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught is page 11. So unless you want to hear that again, don't say page 11. But toss out page numbers so that y'all will get a feel for what these quotes are all about. The fact that you can live by these quotes. Yes. All right, page 19. Page 19 for Barbara. At the top of page 19, education should be free. It provides benefits to all of society. At the bottom of page 19, take time to tune in to your own breathing. Don't take it for granted. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Think about it. Don't take it for granted. Tara, page 77. Page 77. At the top of page 77, truth and honesty free your soul, so stop lying. At the bottom of page 77, family is the root of the tree of life. Can y'all live by those quotes? Page 11. At the top of page 11, it's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. At the bottom of page 11, a marriage license is not a certificate of ownership. Page 13 for Phil. Can y'all live by those quotes? I just read them. Page 13 is for Phil. If you were on your deathbed, what would you wish you had or had not done? Do it or stop it now. At the bottom of page 13, your words can be like rose petals or razor blades. Can y'all live by those quotes? Okay, Toy Luck, page 8 for Toy. At the top of page 8, teachers should have the highest pay because they teach us all. At the bottom of page 8, count your blessings. Millions of people would love to trade their problems for yours. Okay, can y'all live by those quotes? Can y'all live by those quotes? So page 60 for Karen. Okay, page 60 for Karen. Thanks, Lord Roberts. At the top of page 60, hugs and kisses are good for the soul. At the bottom of page 60, the time you spend feeling sorry for yourself is time is time you lose improving yourself. I'm going to repeat that one because I got a frog in my throat. The time you spend feeling sorry for yourself is time you lose improving yourself. Okay, can y'all live by those quotes? Wonderful. Thank you for joining my live. Okay, this is the last one, Lord Roberts. This is the last one I'm going to read because I got to go get my potato chips and finish my tea. At the top of page 8, I already read that one. At the bottom of page 8, count your blessings. Millions of people would love to trade their problems for yours. Okay, make today a great day, Kyle, and everybody. Thank you for joining my live, and if you got something out of it, please do a video or a post telling people what you got out of it, how you are going to use the advice that I share. So help me to promote this lives that I do. Help me to spread the word. Thank you for joining, and I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Thank y'all. Later. You're very welcome.